And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Solar Nations 2 as our red Marxist Mars here. Even though I'm technically looking at Beijing because our allies in Beijing are at war with one of their breakaway states, I believe. And yeah, we're going to try to get the last, I think, 3% prestige here to win the game. Because we're getting pretty close to it. So let's go ahead and unpause. We're rapidly... Basically, I'm running the stability down a little bit by just colonizing a bunch of places in parallel. I suppose one thing I should check on is how many Venus places are we up to? 7. If I can get up to 10, I can terraform Venus. Not with 10 places, that being a particularly great idea. You know, like the majority of Venus, it'd be a great idea, but 10's maybe a little short. We're also waiting for the year to take over. Or the century to take over, because then we can pick up another culture tree. Okay, the colonies are done. Get it immediately being replaced. Colony in Europa, apparently. And of course, most of our places are going to want base habitats and steel refineries. I'm acquiring places throughout the solar system based on their availability of steel, which is maybe not the most meta way to expand. Gain nothing or lose nothing. The war has gotten more complicated. Although, again, I don't necessarily think this is a situation where I should be concerned as of yet. Afghanistan wishes to make peace with us. They're negotiating on the behalf of their whole alliance, as are we. I am going to say no. Do I... Because at the moment it looks like the alliance that we're facing has no troops. Not just they've taken no casualties, but that they have no troops. I think I have some troops on Earth, right? Did I deploy some troops? A destroyer group, I don't think it's the appropriate. It's just because it looks like it's the middle of Zimbabwe. Yeah, it's not my troops. I'm pretty sure I put some troops on Earth. I don't have a lot of troops on Earth. Castile Army sounds like it's probably Castile. That means you're on Earth. Yes. And Somalia is in the war. Let's go invade Somalia. $400 naval capacity to get Somalia. I can do that. That's no problem. No biggie. Okay. Looks like China has gone ahead and occupied Yunnan. So if we negotiate the end of conflict as is, they get Yunnan. They're going to occupy a few of the other... Again, because at the moment there's no forces on the other side, so we just take territory. That sounded like someone dropped a bomb. Whom on whom? It might not have even been the war I'm in, to be fair. Yeah, that sounded like a bomb. Sounded like someone dropped a bomb on someone. What does England own? England's in this war, but England is not in England anymore. The overseas territories. England only owns the overseas territories. Okay. When wanting to negotiate peace. I'm uninterested in that. Yeah, so I don't think that bomb was dropped on us. I heard a big explosion, but I don't think it was ours. Someone is shooting at Belgium, or it might be Algeria getting shot up. Looked like it was civilian. It looked like civilian casualties. Yeah, 16 million Algerians are dead. What is Algeria doing? What has Algeria done to you? Okay, well, let's go occupy it, because it's being bombarded. I have troops in the area. Enemy attack in Algeria. Oh, it's not our alliance. It's the American Empire is dropping the bombs. Yeah, I'm not replacing my colonies right now because integrating territories if we take them in the war is going to cost stability to integrate them as well. Social cohesion, more resource income. So I think those add up, so it's probably less than 5% in practice. And development equilibrium, same sort of thing. So that development equilibrium, or development is a multiplier on income tax. That's basically more income for a state. Social cohesion there, so not bad. I'm trying to take over Algeria and Somalia, assuming that these are falling to me and not falling to someone else. This one might be falling to, well, I think this one might be falling to Ethiopia. And overseas territory. Did I end up occupying it? No, it has been occupied by the European Economic Zone. Martian social rules. That one's been occupied by me. I think we're at war with Tria as well. So, Somalia has been occupied. Republic South China has been occupied by China. We're moving on to Tria. England's been occupied. Algeria has been occupied. The only people we haven't occupied at this point is Afghanistan. And Ethiopia is doing bombardments on someone. Does Afghanistan have a sea border I can land on? No, I don't really want to space fly into them either. So we'll negotiate a peace as soon as the Tria is occupied by someone. I think it is occupied by someone. Nope, not yet at least. There it's going. I didn't start this war, but I'm gonna take advantage of it if I can. Don't know who this is falling to, whether it's falling to me or the other armed force in the area. Oh, someone's doing attacks again. I think that's nuclear weapons deployment. Yeah, I've managed to get away, because they're not shooting at me. I managed to get away with basically no casualties at this point, but... Okay, so let's negotiate. Resolve war. Gain territories. Eritrea, Somalia, Algeria. It's going to cost us 3.5 stability a year to integrate. Not too bad. That's small enough I can take some colonies while we're working on it. War with Afghanistan has been resolved. Actually, that's on pause at least cycle a month. Yeah, so positive enough I can actually continue to colonize stuff even with such a big malice. And then construction-wise, space habitation, all the places I don't have built yet. I'm not being particularly picky. In theory, for example, Earth shouldn't need the space habitation, but gets it. It's because then I don't have to find the places that don't have to remember which places are Earth. Okay, so Venus now has more than 10 locations. I own more than 10 locations on Venus, which gives me the opportunity to officially terraform Venus. First step is atmosphere-forming, I think. Atmosphere projects, yeah. 10 or more atmosphere-formers, because the Venetian atmosphere is really bad. I think there's a convenient tab I can get. Infrastructure works. Okay. Convenient tab I can use to pop straight to atmosphere. That's 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And you know what? Might as well put it in the last one. We'll go up to 11. That's one more than we need. And then we unpause. It's going to be at least 3 years before the atmosphere-formers are done. A couple of those places we had space habitation and the steel refinery before it, so it'll actually be about 5. Oh, and I've got a bunch of money piled up, so we should be spending. Construction, all the space habitats are done, all the infrastructure is done, all the steel refineries are done. Don't have any places that I can do open farming. So resource extraction, sort by effect, macro build, and just go. And they're all built. Okay, or all queued. Maybe built's a bit high of a standard. They're not all built. They're going to take longer than that to build. Iran is too big to double annex. Sri Lanka is too big to double annex. Ethiopia is too big to double annex. South Asia, if I just had one favor. Don't have enough spy power to do them yet. Americans are having revolts. Who'd have guessed? Well, I suppose we could have guessed. We're former Americans here in the Martian Social Republic, so... Let's get some more colonies going. Space Hab. Done. Steel Refinery. Those two. Expansion. You. Again, I'm waiting for the century to tick over, so we can pick up a new culture trait without having to replace the existing unfilled one. I might still end up replacing the existing unfilled one eventually, but... I may also not, I may just complete the one we've got at the moment. Okay. 1% progress is done, so you get that, followed by that. I'll grab another one. Atmosformers. Well, the first round of Atmosformers is almost done. And yeah, that's not going to be all we need. That's probably like 8 out of the 11 done. I suppose. In fact, actually, I will use the construction micro here. I can sort this by planets. So let's roll down to Hydroformer, Venus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and there's 11 places on Venus. I'll do them all 11. Oh, my colony's finished. Well, some of my colony's finished. I guess sometimes I think when we survey things we get a little bit of progress from probably one of the traits we discover. Probably have to do another round of genetic material generation to bioform Venus. Yep, 65% prestige. I don't know if that's faster than it was during the previous portion of the stream or not. Might be faster in periods of years, but the war was a little bit slower, right? It wasn't spending as much time. Pause there. We got a colony about to finish. I think I'll wait until this colony's finished. This one's close enough. There we go. Queue up the rest. got enough stability I can sort of comfortably take over 3 at a time. Could probably even push up to 4, but we'll run 3 until the integrations are done. And the 4, let's pass a little more time. We'll get the debt gone before we go for the genetic material factories, so we can do the bioformers. And I can do the Venus terraforming. Terraform Venus. The numerous constructed atmospheres have been able to produce enough carbon dioxide to replenish Venus's atmosphere and give it necessary building blocks to sustain life. That's not what you need to do to fix Venus's atmosphere. Venus's atmosphere has enough CO2. LDR. It's kind of the opposite. It's got a little bit too much of things you don't want. You got to pull out of the atmosphere first because of its high temperature. But sure. Here we go. Got check significant atmosphere and probably more importantly, oxygen. Venus's atmosphere, because of its high temperature, has used up most of its oxygen and is very much not made of oxygen. This one now has some oxygen. It's a step in the right direction. Region limit size and significant atmosphere, reducing project upkeep. Although getting in the way of, spaceships. Oh, and that's going to push that up there. Okay. Oh, and I only need 5 hydroformer projects. I assume that the presumption there was, okay, Venus's atmosphere is SOL. You got to do some real work to fix the atmosphere. The hydrosphere is less bad. It's still bad, but it's less bad. Okay, I think I can stop investing in joint exercises there, and we can let that begin to decline back down if it's going to. Our colony's finished, so let's get the next one going. Which is actually back on Venus, so we're gonna grab more Venetian territory. Grab the space habitation and steel refinery. And then, yeah, I think we want, or at least I want to grab more genetic materials factories. Because I want enough to, assuming it's 10, and much like the hydrosphere, it's probably small, it's probably like 5, but let's build some of these out so that when the time comes, I've got enough. Macro build. Build that -8. Probably enough. Again, we're waiting for the year to the century to take over, which is this upcoming month. The Unification Age. The world has shrunk to the point where it can now be unified, as new understandings make governance much easier. But the process of unification is difficult, and there are many ambitious civilizations who believe they alone are up to the task. Only time will tell which one of them is correct. With that, we get a new culture trait choice. What to go for? I don't want to lower the development equilibrium unless there's a really strong one in there to place that. We did diplomacy, which was all the way down to the bottom. Farm cost, that's influential. Wouldn't be opposed to like +5 or +10 international opinion. Thrifty is not too bad. What's the resource income's the opener? And there's resource utilization there for another 10%. That's interesting. Makes the corporate faction happier. Bit of colonization speed in there isn't bad. Might come back to that one, it's tempting. Industrious? Not going to care about any of the military stuff. Quality. Innovative is research speed. Opener is research speed. The closer is basically more research speed. Okay. Well, I'm having more problems with sort of getting through Unity. Democratic. Yeah, for definitely a corporate one, there's a couple of corporate ones in here. Aristocratic, probably not. Don't want to take the research speed, nope. Diligent. Stability gain loss wouldn't be too bad right now. Polygamist. Stability gain right off the bat, but it does end with population growth. Maximum income tax, more population growth. Commanded if heaven provides starts with a faction loyalty malice. Oh dear. Probably not what we're looking for. We want prestige, so that's not what we're doing. You're a dentalist, integration cost. Diplomatic capacity at a cost of opinion? No. Eugenicist is not the way we're going. Neither is Robile File, although I'm thinking maybe not the end of the world if we did pick it up. Prideful starts with prestige at the cost of development income. Or losing of diplomacy. That's actually the opposite we want. Ancillary unity at the cost of income. Oh, and prestige balance in there. No. Simulationist. Faction loyalty across the board isn't too bad. Not what I think I'm going for this moment, at least. Consumer culture would cost unity, which is bad right at the beginning. Well, some of the other stuff in the tree isn't that bad. 10% more prestige. Actually, 10% more prestige if we got there would probably just cause us to instantly win. I might actually stay away from that for that reason alone. One faction power. As I prefer to succeed to victory, not have an I win button. Kind of the opposite of traditionalist, I suspect. Communalism is probably the more Marxist of choices. Interesting, that's got aristocrat. Regional political power, okay. Statism. Feudalism. Here that's clergy. Simulation. Yeah, I think I'd go thrifty for the extra income, resource income. And the trait. You want to go down that, or easygoing first? I suppose if we want to diplo annex people, actually easygoing is going to be the way to go for that opinion. So let's grab the easygoing ones. Here's the opinion. Diplomatic capacity, population growth, which is off. This gives a little bit of diplomatic equilibrium. I can work with that. Here we go. being called to the American-Jamaican War. I'm actually going to ignore that for the moment, because I'm going to make the war go away by integrating Jamaica. Oh no, the war is gone. Yep, the two being integrated. Yeah, so I think at this point we're starting to merge into, the nations are merging into bigger and bigger nations. And that's sort of by process of elimination, they cannot be integrated into us because they're too big. Almost there with Taiwan. And Taiwan can be done with just letting the opinion go up. You can be done with just letting the opinion go up. Cool. Relations might believe you. Okay. So that is the roll of the century. We've picked up, and well, I picked up Thrifty, and then decided I wanted to spend an easygoing first. We completed easygoing. We're now going to work through Thrifty. The next one, Thrifty, is more resource income, so it should be even more profitable going forward. Let's unpause. Obviously, can't join a war that doesn't exist anymore. In favor of letting someone join the thing that probably doesn't... a lot of those guys just don't exist anymore. We merge them all into us. They've become one with the Martian Social Republic. Time to grab some more territory around the solar system. Apparently I can't survey that place. Oh, someone else has surveyed it already. It's been surveyed. Okay, so the American Empire is going to get there first, so move on from that one. That one's not a good place to be. This place has been surveyed. Interesting. Up to 66%. So, getting pretty close. More resource income. 10% more resource income. And that was the region that we probably were looking at colonizing, but decided not to because the American Empire was getting it. The terraforming process. Hydroformers are complete. Terraforming Venus. The surface of Venus now hosts numerous bodies of liquid water thanks to our terraforming efforts, and a hydrological cycle has already begun to take place, seeding much of the planet's surface with water and nutrients. Water nutrients that will be necessary to develop a biosphere. There we go. And I will actually need all 10 bioformer projects. Okay. Let's start getting the ones we can going. So I can afford probably 8 bioformers. So each use 1,000. Yeah, I can afford 8. Can I import bioforming? Engineering material? I can. So at high expense, I could probably build all 10 of them. Yeah, so let's actually just start building them then. So Venus, macro build, 5, and... that doesn't seem right. Oh, do I just own more Venus now? That would make some sense. Not a big chunk more Venus, do I? Okay. So we'll have to be watching the genetic material as we go. Because that's going to run down. Okay, so our integrations are... 3 places we took over on Earth are done. Yeah, they probably don't need space habitation, but, you know, in case someone really screws up the biosphere on Earth, we'll prepare for the most worst eventuality, yes. Okay. Colonize, that place has been surveyed already. Apparently. American Tribalist Revolt is trying to colonize here. You know what? You're not going to colonize faster than I can, so we're just going to take it out from underneath here. Yeah, we colonize faster than they do. Oh, apparently I ran up the negative cost pretty high. Negative 3.75 stability from the colonies, so we should let some of those colonies finish. At least let that one finish. Although I've got enough that I can probably... I can accept that rate. That would have actually been fine. American Empire is trying to colonize here. Again, I think we can probably out-colonize them. Because I am willing to spend on infrastructure, which they would take from us if they got to it first. We're up to 66. Again, I think we win at 67. But we're getting real close to victory here. I'm kind of hoping we get to finish terraforming Venus first, just as a good good send-off to the run. Terraform 2 planets, call it good. Corporate faction loyalty and add efficiency. For that, yeah, tax rate's at max. That tax rate might actually be worth taking down. Gonna try to push them over 60. Nope, let's do that. There we go. Yeah, in theory, have enough genetic material, we should be able to do the bioforming. Let's see, can I find where the bioforming went? Did put that on Venus, right? Construction. Venus. Bioformer. Okay, I might regret this because I'm gonna manually do it. So we know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 should do it. I might regret it because if I have queued it up, we'll be queuing up too many. I'll have to buy a bunch of genetic material to support it. Grab another colony or two. And they're too far along for me to catch up to them. So we're going to skip that one. Something caused my prestige to go down. I feel like the prestige was higher. Yeah, we definitely lost prestige from something. And we can go ahead and pick up you. Project extraction. Project efficiency. Resource extraction, project efficiency. Nice, okay. Iran 1. I'm playing as a different Iran. There is, because this one's shrunk. Oh, sorry, has Iran did a schism. Well, this portion is now part of the greater Martian Social Republic. Ethiopia is now small for diplomatics. Do that too. Taiwan is. Other groups just falling apart and me just benefiting from the collapse of other civilizations, yeah. Dang it. America's too far along there for us to catch up. I think it's the same place, to be fair, so maybe not saying much. I might have to find a different metric by which to evaluate where to colonize first, because we're running out of places with iron in colonizable range. Oh, I think this might be the prestige of the faction. Faction prestige definitely went down. We're down to 63. If it's our prestige, it should be bounced back because our income's gonna continue to skyrocket rapidly. World Economic Convergence victory in 24 years. So the faction has hit 67% of all prestige in the solar system, so 2 years out from victory. Unless something changes. I suppose something that could change is I could do I could actually leave the faction, in which case it would then be all my prestige would be associated with the United Revolutionary Front instead. As long as I'm in the winning faction, I think I'm happy. Expansion. We want some more colonies going. America's still working on that place, but they're still going to beat us to it at this point. And then culture-wise, work on social cohesion 4. This is more development. That'll be good. You're at just about to hit 5 billion population in the expanding Martian Social Republic here. $24 out. Assuming to be maintained for that long. Which is probably a yes. Colonization speed plus 10%, that'll be nice. Make it harder for other people to catch us. They're late to the party. Well, even if they're on time to the party, it'll make them harder to catch us. I think we're getting pretty close, pretty quick at colonizing, so... And then, how goes the terraforming progress? None of the bioformers are done yet. Although at this point I do know bioformers are in queue. They do take quite a while to build. And these colonies are going fast enough. I'm actually going to run a little bit more aggressive. I'm just going to grab another one. Survey. Infrastructure. Because we can basically bring the stability down a little bit more, because it's not actually really going down as much as you'd expect. Because I complete it and then I let a little bit of time, because I try to do multiple at a time if I can. Education efficiency. Last one is the sector level max. Well, depending on what's considered sector level, that might allow me to build a whole bunch of stuff at the higher level, another level. Or, I don't know if that's max build level or if that's max level. That might just be +1 level to everything. That wouldn't be terrible either. Social cohesion 4. More income, more development equilibrium, which is effectively more income. Gets us another one of the tier 4 techs we need. We're up to 7 of the required 17. Espionage, offense, defense wouldn't be bad for what I'm trying to do in various places. well. Origins victory in 21 years. And let's continue with the colonies expanding. Another one. Survey. Oh, I'm restricted to base. That's not what I want. Space hab. Acrobill. All the space habs that I've been building. And the silver frame I'm building. There we go. Bioformer is still about 5 years out. Yeah, we should be able to see a terraformed Venus here before we win the game. We can grab other expansion locations. Revenue positive again. Checking up on diplomacy. Beijing's obviously still too big. Economic zone's too big. Too big. I invite you to the United Revolutionary Front Federation. Too big. South American Federations. I think you're... Because you've got a number, I'm tempted to think you're a revolter, but... not. It's not evidently so. Okay. No more expansion of Earth. Or no more expansion by diplomacy for the moment. And then building out construction. Space hubs are almost done. Steel refineries. Those queued out. Steel refineries? Yeah, steel refineries. No, resource extraction to buff the steel refineries. Okay. Keep it nice and shallow for the moment. Deficit spend. Getting 50 million people a year, have over 5 billion, with an average development of 247%. So, twice like standard Earth average at the moment. That's good to know. Quality of life. Let's move on. Base habitats build. Steel refineries build. Expansion. Uranus B. I guess because they're all the same, all the same iron availability, the list kind of reorders every time I take one off the list. And I got the culture for the last of thrifty. Sector level +1, resource income plus, or also corporate regional power. Okay. We're at 67%. If it drops below 66.7%, the timer will stop. Two and a bit years out for the bioformer. The colony is just finished. Yeah, at this point, I think, what, we're working through Callisto? Is that, Jupiter region? Jupiter region. We're in the Jupiter region. I don't know how so I keep track. There we go. 1.7 years. These colonies feel awfully slow. They are awfully slow. Whatever reason. Well, this might be because these are big places on Callisto. That might be it. Infrastructure's all done. So back to expanding resource extraction. Apparently getting pretty close to having resource extraction capped out. Some of those might be first-time resource extractors, so we'll have another level when they finish up that first level. Oh, they'll have multiple levels. The first time you build a project, it will only do the first level. You can then upgrade it. You can do multiple upgrade levels queued up at once. I'm finding out. Or, well, what I found out. Time to finish the bioformers. I'm not sure if all 10 of them are going to finish. I don't think all 10 of them finished. Yeah, like 5 or 6 of them finished. Here's... Oh, that one's going real slow. Integrate that place. Speed you up. No, not really. Oh, that's because it's being built before the infrastructure, so the infrastructure that would normally speed up the construction of this train comes second. Okay. I might, if that's the case everywhere, I might not get the terraforming done in time. Well, I'm pretty close. one up here. I'll have to start from scratch, but going there. We got one there, so we can't add one there. Got one there. I think we're only like 3 or so short, so. All of those finished, we should have enough for the bioformer. Continue the colonial expansion. We weren't so close to the end here, I probably would bring the part to a close. Actually, based on how fast we've been going, I think I will bring the part to close. So there's going to be an extra part here. We're not going to quite win here. We got about 16 years left in the game. Next part might be a bit short. If it ends up being real short, I'll pin it on this one. So if you're watching this on YouTube and the video keeps going for a good, like, half an hour, that's probably what happened. If it's over in the next couple minutes, there'll be another part up tomorrow. So if you're watching on YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow. Things go according to how I think they will. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. This is going to be the midstream tea break where I go and replace the cup of tea, and then we'll be back to record another part here after the tea is brewed. So until next part, I wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Get you all in the next part and or stream, and bye for now.